to it. Big mistake. Can you guys hear me out there? Can you guys hear me? Just give me a thumbs up. All right, well, thank you so much. We'll give it a shot with this until we're able to afford some new equipment in this channel. All right, guys, give me just a second and I'm gonna be on. We have a good show. No sonamos bien todavía. Vete todo. A ver. Ya. Ya lo podía. Y 33.93. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the greatest watch market update show. Today we have a nice show for you guys. We have a great watch market update and we have a couple of topics that we would like to share with you guys. But before I get into all this, ladies and gentlemen, I want to reach out to all of you out there who are watching this live. I would like your help. How's that? Because Kino's telling me to use new words, you know, with our subscribers or future subscribers. You know, if you want to help this channel grow, you may help us grow with subscribing to the channel, liking the video, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. Así que tú quieres que lo diga. So if you want to help us out, you can also help us. He gave me this sign with a thumbs up. He's unbelievable. He's on top of his game. Sweet Kid Kino to me, Joaquin to you. He's on top of his game today. So again, if you want to help this channel grow, you can give us a big thumbs up. You can subscribe. You can leave a comment and all that good stuff, because you guys know that this channel is 100% organic, not 99.9, 100% organic. All right, guys? Okay, now that we got that clear, let's start the Watch Market Update show. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, you know that I am a big fan of purchasing gold. Gold. Unbelievable. 18, 24, 14, 10, whatever it is. High school rings, one of those Kaiser University graduation rings. Whatever I can get my hands on, I buy it. I buy scrap gold, And ladies and gentlemen, it has come to my attention that gold has reached a number that, again, I gotta tell you, people, because I'm only telling you my story. I don't want you to do none of it. I don't want you to buy no gold, listen to me. I want you to listen to my story because I'm stupid like that. So I want to tell you my story. Gold has reached today a number that it is unbelievable. If you are a fan of gold, well, man, today it reached a number of $3,393.20. And I've been telling you, when that thing hits 5,000, ding, 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 I'm cashing in. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna lower the number now. If it hits 4,500, it's going. It's going. Everything that I have is going, for my retirement, I mean, you guys don't understand this, but it is what it is. Right now, gold is the place to go. Unbelievable but true, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta tell you, I saw the number today and I couldn't believe that the number of $3,393 an ounce. An ounce. The gram is $109. The gram. To be exact, 109 with 9 cents. The kilo of gold, ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. Thank you very much, Mr. Dennis. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for cooperating with our organic watch channel. Thank you very much. I cannot emphasize it so many times, but thank you so much. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. But going back to the kilo of gold, it has reached $109,093.83. This is something that is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Things are bad out there, I'm telling you. And I've been telling you something else because I have to mix it all up, for you guys, because, I have a good subscriber in this channel that he tells me always, he's unbelievable. He's a Sweet Kid Kino himself, He's like a Sweet Kid Kino. We have two of them here in this channel. We got Mr. Blair and we got Mr. Damon, and Mr. Damon always tells me Juan, try to keep it simple for these people because, no le entra, it doesn't penetrate their head. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm telling you, I'm trying to keep it simple for you guys. $109,093.83 is the price of a kilo. Un kilo, papa. And I'm telling you. And then there's something else that I spoke to you guys about. And I have to keep on reminding you because I'm getting a lot of emails and texts regarding the subject. Listen to me, all of you out there that are watching me live. I am not no expert in gold, and I am not no expert in that new dinero. ¿Cómo se llama eso, Kino? Los dinero. That computer money. Computer money? Unbelievable. Computer money. You know what I'm trying to say? Coño, Kino, gracias. Coño, Kino. Me hace falta que esté ahí. Bitcoin, that Bitcoin. And I've been telling you, all of you out there, if you guys haven't heard this, But I'm telling you this: we have the three trifecta. These guys are the owners of the world. The owners of the world. And we're talking about BlackRock, State Street, and we're talking about Vanguard. Papi, these are the three animals. These are three dinosaurs. These are three mammoths, colossals. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know those three names that I just finished telling you, you must Google it so you understand where I'm coming from. So you have these three, these super trifecta, the trifecta, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. They're buying as much as they can on Bitcoin. If anybody knows, because I'm stupid, me and Sweet Kikino, you might think we're smart, but we're not smart. We just read a lot, but we're not smart. Yo no dije nada malo, Kino, que yo y tú somos unos tontos, no re tontos, nada más. No me ponga la cara esa. He puts a face on me like I'm saying something bad. We're not that smart. So if you guys know what's going on, with BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard buying all the Bitcoin they can get their hands on, please share it with us and share it with our audience. All right, guys? But they're buying everything, guys. So we have Bitcoin and gold. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's going on, but something is happening. Right now, I have 15 organic Watch Channel subscribers with 5 thumbs up. 5 thumbs up. I mean, come on, guys. This is an embarrassment. If you're here, you're coming to learn. You're coming to learn from the best. No coma mierda. No coma mierda. You're coming to learn from the best. I can't be doing this. I'm doing this because, I'm stupid like that, but I'm not that stupid either. Neither is Sweet Kikino. We want to see some action up there, some thumbs up, so this channel can blow up. Because we are up against the Muppet Boiler Room secondary great watch market channels and dealers. You don't understand that? They're attacking you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to get in a row. Let me just finish what I'm saying so I can get in a row, okay? First, let me finish what I'm saying so I can get in a row with you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I already told you the way gold is going. And I already told you what's happening with Bitcoin, all right? So, listen up, be smart. Throughout this live stream, I'll be talking about BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. All right, guys? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something else. We have some people that don't understand the Rolex Daytona movement. The movement. Forget about the casing, the bracelet, the dial, the bezel. We're going to be talking today strictly about movement. And to the ones that know it already, you guys are too smart, you know it already. But this is to the ones that don't know it. The Rolex Daytona movement has revolutionized, a couple of times in their making, they have. But I'm going to tell you something. There was a moment there that Rolex had a beautiful relationship, a collaboration, and they had it with the brand Zenith. Zenith. Es Zenith, ¿verdad? Zenith, right. Zenith movement. And Zenith was producing the movement for the Rolex Daytona, They started producing it for them in 1988. And that movement, the caliber is the 4030. To the 4030. It was the 4030. And it was produced from 1988 to the year 2000. Zenith did that for Rolex. And when the millennium came around, Rolex said, Zenith, gracias por todo. Thank you very much for everything. You've done an unbelievable project for us, an unbelievable job. We have a great relationship. Rolex is the king, the king. They don't mess around. They'll get you. They'll hoodwink you too. They'll hoodwink you. So what happened in the year 2000, in the millennium, Rolex said, we're going to do our own in-house movement. That's right. Their own calibre, So you heard the movement the Zenith was doing for Rolex. It was the calibre 4030. And Rolex said, goodbye. We don't want you no more. We got your blueprints. And Rolex, what they did was they created the movement 4130. 4130. 4130. Unbelievable movement. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, because, where you have to be honest, you have to be honest. They did a couple of tweaks, here and there. But basically, it was the same basically as the 4030 CNF Calibre. And Rolex did that, And that's been an unbelievable movement because today is the year 2025 and they're still using that same movement. And there's a lot of people out there that love Daytonas. They love Daytonas. I'm a big fan of a Rolex Daytona. I am. I'm a real big fan. And so is Sweet Kid Kino. Kino to me, Joaquin to you. We are. But it is one of the movements. Listen and learn. 24, Kino, 24, 24 organic subscribers, only 11 thumbs up. And I'm dropping knowledge. Para que tú veas que son unos gilipollas, los lambones estos. Son unos lambones. So, that movement, the 4130, is one of the most, like everybody wanted to copy Picasso, Picasso. Everybody wanted to be a Picassino. El artista Picasso, Pablo Picasso, Everybody that is a paint artist that paints, believe me, they all have a little Picassino in them, a little Pablo Picasso in them. And everybody that's in the watch business making movements, they want to produce the 4130. And you guys need to know about this because it is the movement that is, I believe, probably the most produced out there, the 4130. That 4130. And I know that we have talked about Qingjing, Qingjing. We're going to talk a little bit about Qingjing because, we can't. We have to address, the monkey and the monkey. Como va dicho eso? The monkey, the big, the elephant, right? The elephant in the room. We got to address that. We have to address that. Let me drink a little bit of, my jungle juice because I don't know, maybe I'm not saying it right. And ladies and gentlemen, that's probably one of the most produced movements out there. That 4130 for the Rolex Daytona. And I'm going to show you something today, ladies and gentlemen, because, I don't like to just talk and not show because you lambones out there, you always want to see real things. So I'm going to show you real things. I'm going to show you so you can see something. I'm going to show you this because you guys need to know about this. I told you the CNF did the Rolex Daytona movement. Here it is. That's a CNF movement, okay? That is a Rolex CNF movement from 1988 to the year 2000, the millennium. There it is right there. Unbelievable looking time machine, unbelievable. I mean, again, looking at it again, there it is. Okay, guys, there it is. That is the CNF movement from 88 to 2000 when Rolex told them, váyanse pa casa al carajo, yeah, we don't need you no more. Like what they did to those people, the Carl F. Bucarer, get out, we don't need you no more. We only need your master watchmakers, movements and all that. So they got them out and they say they're going to do their own in-house. And that's beautiful. They did. But let me show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Because in this picture that I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you something here. You're going to see this movement. You're going to see in the top, you see the word they show me, genuine. And in the bottom, you're going to see the one-on-one clone. This is an unbelievable looking movement. Both of them, the genuine and the Fugazi, It's so unbelievable. It is incredible. This watch has basically the 4130 one-on-one has the same markers, the same designs, everything, to the T, to the T. And it's unbelievable because people, again, I want you to look at it one more time to see what you see. Look at the balance wheel. Look at the balance. I'm going to give you a hint. Ay, Dios mío. Look at the balance wheel. But if you look at everything else, it's unbelievable. You know, this is unbelievable. You see it? You guys see what I'm trying to tell you? I'm going to put it closer. Okay. So when you look at that movement, yes, there's a movement there, and this is made. They say this is made by the best factory of over there, the Silicon Valley of Qingjing. You know, Qingjing, the Silicon Valley of Qingjing. And the only problem that movement has is unbelievable. Does anybody know what it is? What you see there? Yes, it is a fugazi. We know that part, that it's a fugazi. It's fake. But I'm trying to show you how they even imitate this 4130 to the T. Working chronograph. No Mickey Mouse, papi, de verdad, the real thing, It's not a real Rolex movement at all. It's a fugazi. It's a one-on-one. Nobody knows what you see there? Nobody even got it still, huh? All right, what you see there, to make it look perfect, is the balance wheel. The balance wheel. The balance wheel of that watch. So we know a person. They sent me all this information. He sent it to me. He tells me, I'm going to show you something and I'm going to share something with you so you can see what they do with this 4130 Rolex Daytona movement produced from the year 2000 to today, 2025. So he told me what they did was they pulled out the balance wheel. They went on some platform, some platform in the internet, and they searched and they looked for a balance wheel from a Rolex Daytona. I don't know how much it costs. Maybe you guys can tell me, because I'm sure you guys are experts and you can help us out telling us how much a balance wheel will cost, and all that good stuff. And he even tells me if you can take out the back part of it, you can put it yourself. He's telling me all this stuff. And I can't believe it. And he says to me, but I'm going to show you something else so you can see how people get flim-flam and they're walking around the streets with fugazi Daytonas, with fake movements, with fake Daytonas. He tells me this. And he tells me, and he sends me again some more information. I'm not going to tell you who this is because that's not nice. This right here, what I'm going to show you, he says, listen and learn. Listen and learn. Because I listen to him and I learn. So what I learn, I'm passing it to you because I'm stupid like that. I'm stupid like that, so I'm going to show you. Because I listen and I learn. And he tells me this. This left me homeless. This left me homeless. Unbelievable. So he tells me this. He goes, I'm going to show you something now. This movement that I'm going to show you is 95% accurate. Do you know what 95% accurate is, man? I'm going to show you what a 95% accurate means. You're going to get this deep. Real deep. I mean deep, deep, deep. 95% is deep. I'm gonna be even nicer. 90%, you're still getting deep. 85, still getting deep. But 95, papi, 95, any watchmaker will get homeless. Will get it. You're gonna say, but why? That's a fugazi movement. But every single part you see there, they got it by forums, by social media, selling parts, balance wheel, spring, rotor, all that good stuff. This is unbelievable. 95%. They'll leave you homeless. You don't know what hit you. You don't understand. They're not like us. You don't understand. They're not like us. There's no channel like this channel that brings you the truth. I'm not going to get into that wishy-washy stuff that to go by it. I'm trying to show you how they're giving it to you deep, real deep. Do you know what 95% is? Look at this. He laughed in my face. 95%. 28 organic watch channel subscribers, 15 thumbs up. Eso, papi, si lo que yo le enseño a esta gente no vale eso, mi hijo. No me hables más, Kino, no te metas en esto, Kino. No te metas, si no te puedes ir ya. Te puedes ir, no te metas en esto. No, te puedes ir ya. Yo estoy dropping knowledge aquí de gratis a los lambones estos, que son unos bonches de lambones. Bonches de lambones. Bonches de lambones. And he tells me that 95%. You know, I got to Damon. I have to already because I have to simplify it for them because it's unbelievable. You know, I have to simplify it for them because they don't understand. They continue giving away their children's tuition money. And now they're picking on their wife's 401k. Porque son unos lambones. People are getting this left and right. Papi, what they're doing over there in Xinjiang is unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable. They're leaving people homeless. Homeless. Man, I still can't believe looking at that watch, looking at that movement, that's a 95% movement right there. You give it to your watchmaker and he'll say, listen to me. You give that movement to your watchmaker and he'll say, that's a real movement. That's a real Rolex Daytona. Y a ustedes le meten el gusano para adentro, bien profundo, very deep. So you gotta be very, very careful because people are getting fleeced. People are getting flim-flam by hoodwinks and hucksters out there. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you, papi. This is something that you guys have to be open, la cabeza abierta, porque le van a meter duro. You don't know about this kind of stuff. Let me explain to you something. The secondary grade watch market is a dirty business. Repeat after me. The secondary grade watch market is a dirty business. You don't know about this. You know why you don't know about this? Because you're not like us. That's why you don't know about this, because you're not like us. You come here to hear prices, but you guys don't want to learn. Papi, it's nasty. You don't know who these people. These people see you as sandbags. You gotta stop being sandbags. You go to anywhere where there is a watch building, whether it's New York, whether it's California, whether it's Miami, they're giving it to you deeply. And I just finished showing you that movement. If they open it up, they just go, this is the real thing. Papi, balance wheel from Rolex, spring from Rolex, rotor from Rolex. And he celebrates. They celebrate saying, my God, I have taken this watch movement to a 95%. 95%. You understand me? Todavía no entienden, esta gente no entiende todavía. No entienden. That's why the vintage world is so corrupt. It's so corrupt. Because they just dress it up. They dress it up. They have the bone, they have the skeleton, and then they dress up the skeleton. And when the watchman is looking at the watch, he's not looking basically at the skeleton. He's looking the way they skinned them up. When I'm doing a big job and I'm putting marble stone on a wall, first I leave it on the bone. Then I use sheetrock, right? That's the skin. Then I use, the the multi-bond, the mud setting, and then I dressed it up with the stone. And this is the same thing, papi. They're giving it to you all deep. But I'm stupid like that telling you all this. But because I have to. But listen to this. I'm going to tell you more now. There is a platform. A platform. Am I going to tell you where it's at? No, I'm not going to tell you where it's at. You do your own homework. You go do your leg walking. You'll find out where. We know all this, but you go do it. There is a platform where they're all there. Masters. Now you wanna listen to something else. Listen and learn. So when you're talking, you know how to talk. You might be thinking that the people behind that platform are old people, 65-year-old man doing watch things, movements, putting this. I got a surprise for you. Let me drink some ginseng. So I'm going to give you another bomb now. Does anybody have an idea what I'm going to say now? You better be scared. I'm sorry I said that, Damon, but you have to be scared. The people, listen to this, the people that are working with those watches, that they're converting it from a 30% looking like a real movement to a 95. These are little young kids, young kids. And you ask me, what age? I would say from 18 to 28 years old. Brilliant what they're doing. They're getting all of you deep, deep, deep. And then the customers that buy those movements from them, who do you think they are? That's right, you know who they are. We're not gonna get into that. You guys don't want to hear all this stuff. Come on, guys. Come on. Papi, this guy told me that even the crystal, he even has the crystal of a Rolex authentic Daytona. These kids, these new kids, these millennial kids, these I don't know, Generation X, or Generation, whatever they are, you help me out, guys. Help me out with the generations. The ones that are young, 18, 26, 28, what is that? What letter is that? ABC? I don't know. You tell me. Gen Z, there you go. These people are brains. These people will take off your socks off without taking off your shoes. That's how good they do it. They don't even need to blow to take off your socks. They don't need to blow. They just take it off. These kids son el diablo. These kids are demons. What they're doing out there. Ha 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 ha, and they laugh. Ha 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 ha. Papi, 95% of a movement is a scary thought. 95. What can the 5% missing be? A little screw, a little decoration on the dial, a little decoration to make it the 100%. Exactly. There you go. We got a smart person here, Mr. Lou Silver. It's crazy what they're doing. And their customers, again, nobody said nothing to me. They stay quiet. Who are they? The same people that you like to go look at. The same people you like to go give them thank you. That's right. That's how it is. The same people that sell vintage. These kids son el diablo. They can do a Viju movement. A 6263 movement. I don't think you guys are ready for this, man. I don't think so. I can continue going, but I don't think you guys know what a Viju is, the Viju movement, from the 6263, 6265, all that kind of stuff. Esto una jodienda, ladies and gentlemen. Papi, this is why people out there are getting hurt. they're getting hurt because when they go back and try to sell that same watch that they purchased from one of those Muppet boiler room secondary grade watch market channels, they know already. They know the gig. They know what they gave you was a Frankie Avalon. A Frankie Avalon. Even though it has 95% of original parts, it's a Frankie Avalon. They know it. These mother froggers are sick. They're sick. No, Kino, no están preparados, papi. Ellos no están preparados para esto. They're skip hopping around through life like bunny rabbits in the Playboy Mansion. You guys are a bunch of sandbags. And I'm here dropping knowledge to you guys, letting you know who they are. Let me tell you, if you go into their forum, you say, oh my God. These kids, they even could put an original date wheel on any of those Submariners, any of those, whatever, whoever has a date wheel. Papi, these guys, oye, esta gente son el diablo. I'm telling you something so you guys could, I'm not supposed to be telling you these things because these things cost a lot of time and energy to understand. And I make it to you funny, I make it wrinkle to make it sound like this, but I'm dropping out of that 100%, I'm dropping you a 90%. These kids are there doing it. And you may be thinking, do they have like a watch shop? They're doing it in their desk while they're studying for algebra from a chemist test. They're doing it right there. These are watchmakers that learn themselves. Papi, if you take a replica watch, all of you out there that listen to me, if you take a replica watch, let's say Daytona, because we're talking about Daytona, and you take it out, and it costs you, let's say the cheapest one, it costs you $200, $100, and you start playing with it, and you go to the dollar store and you buy the kit with all the screws, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, yes or no? The little box with all the little small little screws, and you start playing with that, you become a watchman yourself. But you guys are too busy skip hopping around through life like rabbits. Como unos lambones. I told you, when you come to this channel, you come to learn. When you leave out of here, you leave already like, wow, what happened here? But, I'm going to have to, give you part 2 another day, because the interest level that I see here is a very, un nivel de mashugana, mashugana. You guys don't want to learn. Papi, these people, they can do whatever they want. I was in shock. I was in shock. And you know how much they sell those movements for? No se lo digo. You know how much? Listen to this. You buy the parts, I assembled it for you, like in Xinjiang. But this is in the States. You buy all the parts, and I assembled it for you. You buy everything, and I charge you for that watch movement. I'll charge you. I'm not going to tell you the price because you guys don't deserve to know. You guys don't deserve to know that. I'm telling you too much. You know what? You know what they say about me? Ese tipo es un lambón. I'm a lambón. I'm a lambón. You go over there and you go take a look at Deputy Boxing Black Eyes and listen to his sketch. You go over there and listen to the Warriors Fat Bastard and listen to his sketch. You go listen to, what's his name again? ¿Cómo se llama el tipo aquel? El otro huele ese. The Hungry Hippo Mr. Magoo. You go listen to his sketch. You go listen to the 2 toddler body brothers. Listen to their sketch. You go listen to the 2 Jehovah Witness brothers and listen to their sketch. You go listen to Big Pun and Heavy D and listen to their sketch. You go listen to who? You know to who? Now we're going to go to Europe. You go listen to the fake Italian flat top monkey eyebrows and listen to his sketch. And what do me and sweet Kino to me, Joaquin to you get? We get the deep. But no. They're attacking you in every corner. I'm going to change this to another subject. The other subject is, I've told you already, they're attacking you with different content. They're all making content now. You know that young girl that she works out of the stable in 47th Street, you know, the Diamond District, you know, that she works over there with Sinbad, Genie with the skin tight hair and the man bun, you know, the Van Cleef bracelets, you know, the Van Cleef bracelets. You know what I'm talking about? Flowers, clovers, you know? And she also works out of the same stable of, you know, what's his name again? You know, el tipo feo ese, feo. El que feo que brinca los trenes. The subway train jumper, you know? You know what I'm talking about? You understand that she's already starting making videos. You know, she has a real big sombrero, you know? She's very, very light, white color lady, you know? And she has, I don't know, a very beautiful accent, you know? Así lo dije, ¿verdad? She's making videos to give you this too, you know, to give it to you deep. You understand me? So she's over there in 47th Street, you know, over there, down over there. I'm telling you, they all work there. You know, they also got that gentleman too that wears the Gucci hats, you know, that he sold a fake diamond necklace to a young man over there that, you know, I don't know, you know, he did it to that kid over there, you know. I got to be careful, you know. I don't want to say the wrong, you know, but, you know, the guy with the Gucci hat, the 10 Commandments, you know. Unbelievable, these people. They're making videos again to flim-flam you, you know, to flim-flam all of you. And me, what am I doing? I'm giving you knowledge content, showing you things. Papi, I'm telling you, what they're doing with those movements is unbelievable. Papi, they can get you any way they want. Or Ching Jing will get you, or the United States will get you, or the backpack flipper will get you. You know, the guy that wears the thing like this, your back, a flap. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. So you got to be very, very careful because they're attacking you now with new content. The memo has been sent out. And everybody has to obey. Deputy Boxing Black Eyes. Everybody has to obey now. Because they have to artificially hype up the watch industry again. And remember this, it's just me and Sweet Kino to me, Joaquin to you. That's it. We can never beat them. We can never beat them. But at least we can get a couple of you from not getting this, you know? Stopping you from getting this deeply. I mean, you know, it's today I've been talking too much already. I gotta stop. I need some air, you know. I need some air. I gotta stop, you know. It's unbelievable. But I gotta stop. I'm gonna go into the watch market update because it's hard to. My friend told me always to keep it simple, and it's true. I have to keep it simple because you Michiganders don't understand what's going on. They're not like us. They're not like us. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go into the watch market update, we have rules in this channel. We have rules. Not suggestions, rules. You understand me? We have rules in this channel, not suggestions. Thank you very much, Mr. Damon. Thank you very, very much for that super chat. We have rules in this channel. You saw what happened to the little kid in the Bronx in New York. You know? They told him he had to wear a pair of pants, pair of shoes, the shirt, all that. But you know, he made a mistake. He wore to school a pair of red socks and a pair of white socks. I mean, I said it wrong. One white socks and one red socks. And you know what they did to him? They sent him home because they have rules in that school. And you have to respect them. And we have rules in this channel. We don't want no sandbags in this channel. No sandbags. Ya, aquí no. Ya terminé con tu pendejo ya. Terminé ya. We're going to go into the watch market update. This is what you guys want. You guys don't want to learn too much. Our first watch, ladies and gentlemen, is an H. Muser. H. Muser, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ventura, unbelievable. Blue fume dial, blue, exactly. Blue fume dial. Unbelievable watch, This is an unbelievable watch. This watch, I mean, the price they have, the retail they have on this watch is unbelievable. I'm not even gonna get into the retail price, but I am gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor and don't pay for that H Mooser. Don't pay with a blue fume dial. The Ventura, extra large. Don't pay for that watch more than $10,900 and dumping. Thank you very much, Mr. Blair, for that super chat. Thank you very much, Mr. Blair. Thank you very much. I'm telling you this because you need to know. I'm coming strong today with prices. These prices that are going to blow your hair back and knock your socks off, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat to you guys, the prices that I'm going to give you today are going to blow your hair back and knock your socks off. So listen up. Our next watch is an AP Royal Oak Offshore. No, offshore, the big one, Stainless steel, 42 millimeter. Unbelievable. They call this the Batman. The Batman with a rubber strap. Reference number 26470. Ladies and gentlemen, this watch has a retail price of $37,100. It's an unbelievable looking time machine. But I must tell you the truth in this channel. I must tell you the truth. Your favorite Muppet Boiler Room channel won't dare to tell you the truth, but we will. Because we're stupid like that, ladies and gentlemen. We're stupid. We want to be known as stupid like that. Won't pay for that watch. And I'm talking about a full kit. If it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, you don't want it. Won't pay for that watch more than $18,000 and dumping debt. Do whatever you want, ladies and gentlemen. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Patek Philippe Complications. Rose gold. Unbelievable time machine, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you were right. So you were right, Mr. Donut. You were right. This is an unbelievable time machine. This is rose gold with a green dial, with a leather strap, the 5205 annual calendar. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a nice watch, Papi. This is a nice, he does know. This is a nice watch. Mr. Gentleman that likes the Patek Philippe Complication, here it comes, rose gold. Here it goes, the 5205 annual calendar. Retail price of that watch is $59,390. You heard that right. This is an unbelievable time machine, Papi. Don't kick yourself. This is an unbelievable time machine, Papa. Esto es grande. But don't pay for that watch. You heard the retail price, $59,390. Don't pay for that watch more than $42,500 and Kino, bota para atrás. Hold it. Una más, Kino. Dead. You do whatever you want with your money. You do whatever you want with your money. But we're here dropping knowledge, Papi, so they don't give it to you deep. El torno. El torno. You know what torno is? Can somebody tell me, torno that goes in the rocks? El torno, Kino. Hay que decirle a estos muchachos, hay que hablárselo así, Kino. Hay que hablárselo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on fire today with this watch market update. Listen and learn. I'm on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex Yellow Gold Daytona. Unbelievable. 40 millimeter. Exactly. Screw it. Oh my God. Okay, guys. So we're talking about the Rolex Yellow Gold Daytona 40 millimeter. Unbelievable. Fully yellow gold. But this one has an unbelievable dial. It has a meteorite dial. Unbelievable, Unbelievable. This Rolex Daytona 116508. Just in case you want to look for it. In the Corona era, people were sitting in their Bentley, just wiring the money. They didn't even know who they were wiring the money, but they wanted this Daytona. Unbelievable. Exactly. You know, the meteorite down. And ladies and gentlemen, this watch at one moment, this watch went all the way up to $230,000. Papi, I was a witness to this, man. I was a witness. This is, Papi, families got broken up because these gentlemen went bananas. You know, they went bananas believing the sketch. And let me tell you something. Let me finish with this and I'm going to tell you something. This Rolex yellow gold Daytona 40 millimeter with a meteorite dial, reference number 116508, was over $230,000 in that Corona beer era. Corona beer era. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do yourself a favor. You do yourself a favor and don't pay for that watch. And it has to be full set. You know, use slider condition material, but full set. Does anybody know the price I'm going to tell you not to pay for that watch? Fully yellow gold, bracelet casing. Nobody knows? Nobody has an idea? I want to know where you guys are at. Don't be embarrassed. Throw a number out there. 90, okay, 90. 58, go ahead. Go ahead, one more. That's it, one more. One more. Okay, here it goes. Don't pay for that Rolex Daytona. Wow, John Roden, he hit it, man. John Roden, man. Wow. I'm going to just say John Roden. Don't pay for that Rolex Daytona yellow gold meteorite dial, 116508. Don't pay for that watch more than $83,000 in dumping. I understand you people like to maintain these people's lifestyle. I know you like to see them go in their red gold fast car with their Nike Louis Vuitton sneakers, ripped jeans, Montclair sweaters, Supreme hoodies, you know, sushi dinners, steak dinner with that guy that has a white t-shirt and sunglasses and he wears a Patek and he throws salt all over your meat. I know you like all that stuff, pero no sean lambones. No sean lambones. Por tu madre, no sean lambones. No sean lambones. Un bonche de lambones. Nada más le digo eso. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to tell you something. When the Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market collapsed and it went down, Jing Sing, and it went down, you know, it went down. They started telling you, this is how much me and Sweet Kid Kino, to me, Joaquin to you, study the situation to keep on helping you guys out. They started saying that watches are not an investment. I repeat to you, they started saying almost 3 years ago when it collapsed, watches is not an investment. But me and Sweet Kid Kino have news for you. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Blair. You know what I'm saying. And here it comes. Look at it. It's right here. Look at it. It's right here. When it collapsed, they started saying, no. Watches are not an investment. No. They're not an investment. But ladies and gentlemen, for your information, so you could, stop being a sandbag, they're saying today, right now, again, this is how this is. This is the playbook. This is the playbook that fabulous coach of the Green Bay Packers had at one moment. You know, Vince Lombardi. He must have won like 20 Super Bowls, you know? He had this blueprint that nobody can beat him. And the blueprint is back again, telling you people out there that watches are an investment to get you deep. to get you deep. The watches are an investment. Everybody got the same memo. You guys don't know about this, Papi. We come from a place, Kino un delincuente. Kino was a delinquent. He's not a delinquent no more. Tú eras un delincuente antes, ya no. He was a delinquent. He's no more delinquent. And he knows all this already. Because since he changed his life around, but he still has friends which are in that world, and they have told him that the memo has been sent out, that they must attack you people. This is unbelievable, They want you guys to drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. But they got me. I'm a thorn. You know what a thorn is? A thorn. Sometimes I can say the words properly, A thorn. A thorn. I'm a thorn. Because I'm telling you all this. They're back to their old habits. The watches are an investment. Thank you very much, Papa Gio. Thank you very much. I'm telling you this. Nobody's going to tell you this, but I will. Anyway, guys, let's go to our next watch market update. Our next watch is a Audemars Piguet Royal Oak stainless steel 41 millimeter, the 15400. Unbelievable, with a white dial. Your favorite word, discontinue, collector's choice, collector's dream, collector's grade, collector's unit. You like all these words. They entice you. They mesmerize you. MK Ultra. They give you the MK Ultra. And you guys fall for it. But that's all right. That's all right. That's how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this AP Royal Oak stainless steel 41 millimeter 15400. Collector's choice. Que huele bicho son estos pendejos. Collector's choice. Ladies and gentlemen, this watch has a retail price of $19,700. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor and don't pay for that watch more. Listen up, Muppet Boiler Room Secondary Grade Watch Market Channels. Listen to me. I'm number one here. I know it all. Sweet Kikino does, not me. Don't pay for that watch more than $25,000 and dropping. Dead. That's all I got to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, you fanatics out there, you fanatics out there that love the Rolex. This is the Rolex stainless steel Daytona, fully stainless steel with a black dial. Now, it doesn't have a ceramic bezel. Don't get it confused, all right? The older version. But this older version was up there in the high 20s too, in the high 20s. Ladies and gentlemen, black dial, reference number 116520 with a stainless steel bezel. No, you can call it the Darth Vader. You could do that. Yes, you could, Premium. You're right. Good call, Premium. This is the Darth Vader, but without the ceramic black bezel, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, just do yourself a favor. You ready for this? You ready for this? Don't pay for that Rolex Daytona stainless steel black dial, fully stainless steel. Don't pay for that watch more than $15,900 and double. Dead. Unbelievable. Yes, it is double retail, but it was before at high 20s, Papi. High 20s. You still don't want to learn. You still want to have an excuse because you want to keep on getting this deep. You want to get it deep. You wanted to go back to 24. You wanted to go back because you want to pay 24 for it. Porque tú eres un lambón. Tú eres un lambón. Who's that gentleman that said that right now to me? Was it Josh? Josh, tú eres un lambón. Tú eres un lambón. You understand me? That's what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, here it goes down. This is the real Darth Vader. The real one now. Rolex stainless steel Daytona Darth Vader. Black dial. with the little silver gauges, like, look, 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 my son, look. Unbelievable, this watch. Who said 20? Yeah, you're there, Josh, you're there. Josh, you're there. You're redeeming yourself. You're redeeming yourself. The Rolex stainless steel Daytona Darth Vader, black dial, unbelievable black ceramic bezel, reference number 116500LN, retail price $14,600. Do yourself a favor, ladies and gentlemen. Do yourself a favor. If you're looking to buy that watch, you just show them my video and the price I'm going to tell you. All right? If you're looking for that watch. Ay, señor mío. Here it goes. Don't pay for that Rolex Daytona Darth Vader. Don't pay more. And here it goes. Don't pay more than $20,500. And dropping. You stay in that range right there. Don't move from there. Don't move. Don't budge. No matter what they tell you, the watch market is dead in a backyard pool and floating face down like this. He's dead. I know what I'm telling you. He's dead. I know what I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another watch here that back in my time in the millennium, we would go to Indiana to Texas to go see Formula One races, when they had the Bridgestone problem with the tires, they blow up and all that. You guys don't know about it. You're too young for that. But anyway, this is a watch that came out in that time. It's called the AP Royal Oak Offshore Ruben Barrichello. The Barrichello, the offshore. This is not the Adamas Piquet Royal Oak. This is the Adamas Piquet Royal Oak Offshore, the big one with a rubber strap. And everybody, there was a huncho, exactly, and no hype, exactly. There you go. Look at Josh, what he said. Wow, let me see. Wow, Josh is on fire. He's redeeming himself, boys. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody there was a somebody, Even me, I tried to be somebody at that time too, and I wanted the Ruben Barrichello, and I wanted the Juan Pablo Montoya, and the Schumi, Schumacher, we call him Schumi short, at that time. And we wanted those watches, It was the watch. Nobody, I promise you this, nobody will look at the Royal Oaks. You have to have that, that 42, 44, wide strap. You know what I'm talking about, right? Exactly. Josh. Exactly. And they wanted this watch. We all wanted it. I wanted it. I was going crazy. I was like one of those window lickers. I wanted to, and I got it. I got it too. I got it. And ladies and gentlemen, this watch will cost you back then, in the early millennium, 55, 60, depends if it's a prototype, if it was 500 pieces, 1,000 pieces, that's sketch. And ladies and gentlemen, this was a watch that you had to be in a Ferrari pushing the button, Back then, we didn't do that with the button. We just went with a little garbage bag from Publix, one of those supermarkets, and just pay for the watch. But that time, that's the way it was. And this watch, ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable. It was limited to 1,000 pieces, Papi. Limited to 1,000 pieces. It's a heavy hitter, man. It was over at one moment, that watch, over $65,000. $65,000 in the secondary gray watch market. I'm coming at a character for you. It was crazy. It was some crazy times, but you can see the numbers were there, But you might be thinking to yourself, because you guys are used to thinking of, watches over 150,000, 300,000. But back then, in the early millennial, 60,000 maracas was a lot of money, man. It was a real lot of money. So they were paying for that watch, that amount. And today, ladies and gentlemen, that watch is so dead. That watch is so dead that a gentleman by the name of Josh, I think he put a number there of, I believe, I don't know if it was 23 or 22, but he put a number up there, which is basically right there. Don't pay for that watch, and I mean this. Don't pay for that watch more than $21,500. I'm not even going to give it a drop because I feel bad. Those times were real good times, and I must have been at that time. I was probably in my, I was in my late 30s or early 40s, and it was a good time in my life. But A lot of people lost money in that time too. Those watches, the Juan Pablos, the Shumis, they lost money. Our next watch, ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is an unbelievable watch. It's an AP Royal Oak white ceramic. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen, to this watch. AP Royal Oak white ceramic with a blue dial. Perpetual calendar. Unbelievable. Blue dial, 41 millimeter. Reference number, if you want to look for it, 26579BC. Unbelievable watch. Ladies and gentlemen, this watch at one moment, Bobby, this is I don't know what you put there. You put 175,000. This is a watch. You see, this is the numbers that we're going to go to from 2000 to now 2025. This watch was being paraded and was being sold out there for $675,000. $600,000, $540,000, $410,000. It's an unbelievable watch, white ceramic. You had to be a real Michiganer, but it is what it is. AP Royal Oak white ceramic, perpetual calendar, blue dial, 41 millimeter. It was over the price I told you. And I'm going to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor and don't pay for that watch. If you are looking for that watch, don't pay for that watch more than $235,000. And be careful with your money. Be careful. Things are going to get real, real strange. I already explained to you what's happening with Bitcoin. The three amigos, BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard are buying all the Bitcoin they can find. And gold today hit a number of $3,393 an ounce. Be careful with your money. Don't let them keep on telling you that watches are an investment. Don't let them tell you that the watch business is up and running. I'm going to say something to you guys. I'm not going to say it that way. It's all BS what they're telling you, Bobby. It's all BS. Things are real bad. It's artificial. It's a balloon. It's the same thing they did in the real estate. Same thing they'll do it here. Same thing they did in the car business. The housing right now is, you guys, I'm sure that a lot of you out there are real estate agents and you guys know what's going on. But anyway, be careful, guys, for real. Be very, very careful. Our next watch is for Richard Mille fans. Richard Mille RM6701 titanium, extra flat. This watch was over $400,000. And there's a little gang here in Florida, and they're like around, I don't know, like 7 brothers. They're from India. They're from India, and they sell all day Richard Mille watches. And these people became, filthy rich on your children's dime. And these Indian bros have tape haircuts, with logos on their head, the barber. Imagine you seen I never saw. I have a lot of respect for the Indian people, but having tape haircuts. I'm not making fun, and unbelievable. You see them with all these thunder lightning lines in their hair. You know what I'm trying to say? The barber makes thunder lightning in their hair, and they have all these different tattoos, and they wear hats backwards to sell to a customer a $400,000 watch. You understand me? I'm not kidding with you. I'm being serious now. And this is why I'm saying that we live in a world of fantasy. We live in a world of fantasy. How can somebody that's, with all due respect, somebody's professional, that studied many years, you're letting a kid with a backward hat sell you a $400,000 watch? I'm just saying that I wouldn't buy a car, I wouldn't buy a house with somebody wearing a backward hat. and with a tape haircut. I just wouldn't. It's just me. But you guys do whatever you want. And these kids became millionaires driving GT3s, Ferrari, Italias, Lamborghinis, G-Wagons, and they finished with everybody with these watches. And this watch that I'm talking about, at one moment, it was over $425,000, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that RM6701 titanium extra flat. Don't pay for that watch more than $163,000. And you do whatever you want. But right there, whoever paid for that watch, over $400,000, you bought him. You bought him a Ferrari. You bought him a Porsche. That's right. That's right. You gotta listen and learn, Poppy. This is a dirty business. This is a dirty business. Never forget that. Never. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is an unbelievable watch. It is the Richard Mille RM055 Bubba Watson. I call it the white golf ball. You know, the white golf ball. Watch was over $575,000 at one moment. $600,000, $700,000, depending who was the Michiganer that was willing to pay all that. You know? And I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what they tell you out there, for that Bubba Watson all white, don't pay for that watch. And I mean, don't pay for that watch more. Don't pay for that golf ball, that white golf ball. Don't pay for more than $229,000. And that's what it is, Poppy. I think the gentleman Josh, I think he's a family member of the Indian brothers with the tape haircuts. Unbelievable, but true. Come on, say something, Josh. Say something there. We're going to keep you here. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is the Richard Mille. Richard Mille, RM3501. Rafael Nadal. You know, unbelievable. Black. You know, they call it the STD material. STD, NTP, PT, STP. You know, Richard Petty, STP. It has all those materials, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to tell you the truth, and you do whatever you want. Don't pay for that watch, and I mean don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that Rafi Nadal. You know, unbelievable. Don't pay for more than $235,000. And you do whatever you want with your money. It's your money. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a watch here which you guys like very much. It's the Rolex. The Patek Philippe Cubitus. The 5821. Fully stainless steel with a green dial. 45 millimeter. Retail price is $41,240. Do yourself a favor and don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. But this watch was over $200,000. Don't pay for that watch more than $81,000 and $200,081, and that watch is still dropping. It's still dropping. It's still dropping. So be careful. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Our next watch is a Rolex Titanium Yachtmaster Black Dial, Black Ceramic Bezel, 42 millimeter. Reference number 226627. Retail price is 14 and change. And I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that watch more than $21,500 and date. Do whatever you want. This watch is for a subscriber that asked me earlier today, what should he pay for this watch? This is the Rolex Stainless Steel Explorer 42 millimeter white dial, reference number 226570. Has a retail price of $9,750. Beautiful watch. But sir, if you're planning to buy this watch, you told me you know it costs $10,000. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch more than $9,200. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's your watch market update. I hope you guys learned something from this watch market update. Use it to your advantage. Use everything that you learned. Put it away in one of your favorite drawers. So whenever you need to use it, you can use it. All right, guys? We also have a private watch group. It's under my name, Juan Felipe Nieves. Scroll down to about is Opusntime there, and maybe Sweet Kikino to me, Joaquin to you, or Samantha, Sweet Samantha, they'll let you in. All right, guys? Anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoy this, and I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for all your cooperation, all your help, for liking the channel, subscribing to the channel. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. All kidding aside, I really hope that you guys learned something today about the 4130 movement, the way it's being moved around. Right, guys? Don't fall for that trick, you know? They'll get you. They'll get you quickly. Anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for being here with me on this live stream. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and for cooperating and helping the channel grow. Thank you so much. Anyway, like me and Sweet Kikino will say always, take care and brush your hair. Peace.